folks, as promised, we're ready. I'm taking you with. Due to time constraints, this first initial test and trial ride will not be a speed monitored at all. I'm not even going to take the time. I know I don't already have a GPS app for speed on my personal phone, and I'm not going to bother even mucking with it. All I've done so far is I did test power. We're going test 2. Power's on, so that means our fuse is holding. We're a little shimmy and a shake back there, but let's go ahead. Okay, that you hear is a little bit of dry pull happening. Now, let me point out one mistake I'm making, being this is in your testing phase. One thing you don't want to do, and you do want to do, and I'll real quick point that out to you guys as soon as I get up here, is on the front forks there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll show you. Turn that off for a minute. Always turn that power up when you stop too, because if you accidentally bump the throttle, it's not going to be good for you. But see these rubber covers that come with the hub? You should have these off actually, so that you can keep a mark. You can't see from the top here. On the underneath, I have marked a thin line through the bolt and through that thing, just to kind of track if it's slipped or turned around as it goes, to help me gauge whether or not it's all bolted in tight and snug, as is obviously good. And if you were to point out, and should and might notice, looks like this thing has been out of place. That's, sorry folks, that's one of the only kind of just gonna have to accept it when you get this kind of a bike build, because of the hub is not perfectly centered within the wheel frame, and really it's honestly not going to be a problem for anybody, I promise. All right, folks, here we go. We're going to get out, and again, this is basically under, I'm not pedaling at all, which is really kind of the purpose with this single speed Meridian builds, is because anything over roughly 8, certainly 10 miles an hour over, pedaling becomes useless. You know, you're turning a chain that's getting no pull here. But let me tell you what's important, and what's more important than maxing her out right now, speed or anything, is when I get up here and can turn it around and come to a stop for a second, I am going to look at those marks. That is the single, without a doubt, most important thing to monitor for at least a well monitored certain amount of distance. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because what happens whenever your wheel comes loose, its mortal hub, or your hub shuffles loose, its mortal forks, is not going to do good for your life on this coil. Mortal. Does any of that sound other than stupid to anyone? Tell me there's some more for this. So what I'm doing, we're going to hop off, we're going to kill the power real quick. Just going to give a quick underneath look. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I can see, and that satisfies me. So moving on the left side, the right side, yeah, but I have to see, I don't want to put eyes on. All right, that's quite a heavy lift there, guys, if you're wondering. Just that wheel alone is, I think, 25 pounds. And the whole bike as a whole, without the hub or anything battery, I think is not too bad. I think at the top of it might be 65 pounds maximum, maybe less than that, I can't remember. So far seems so good right now. Since I haven't seen any slippage in the forks, this next little gap is going to be, we'll go ahead and top her out. You know, I'm going to take her down, see how long it takes me to go to the end of the road and back. From where we're at now, it's going to be a little over 3/4 mile. So you guys can use that along with your timing and get a little general loose idea, estimatizably, at which speeds we might be achieving. Like I said, in previous build, same motor, same battery strength, just more amperage hours. Uh-oh, we've lost her. What happened is I've got a pretty good guess for my first one. I'm gonna guess that we blew our amp, or I mean our little 40 amp fuse. Go ahead, sorry. I don't have a beer, folks, but I can hear a car behind me. And I'm under human power speed alone, and just having a cruise out on a big old cruiser, grocery get-er mobile. Well, let me tell you, when this thing is all shored in and shored up, it'll surely do more than that for you. It is the grocery mobile. The last one, the first one I built, my last build I sold, I threw in, just because I didn't have a use for it, just a pretty clever little wagon. Two bicycle wheeled, like aluminum frame, pull behind ladder for bicycles, and had like kind of a little swing open door in the front and back. And I just thought that's just perfect for somebody's got a little doggy. I wants to put their little doggy in that little wheelbarrow basket and bring it along. And he says, hey, I've got me a little doggy, and I love my little doggy to get along with me, he said. So I was like, hey, no charge, man. I didn't buy it for the build anyway. I just had it around for... Okay, so we're gonna conclude our testing for the day in total as far as that goes as well. I know that's not what any of us would like to do. Please keep on. But let's see, was it our battery? Do we blow our amp? Or do I hear sizzling in there? I hope not. I can't see what the fuse looks like. Okay, anyway.